Coordinator for the Orange Beach Citizens Association and also coordinator too. Okay. And I want to welcome, this is our 8th meeting that we've had, as some of you members know. And by the way, anybody is here with the Orange Beach Citizens Association, please stand up, be recognized. We got about 8 or 10 of them. Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank the mayor and the council and the department heads for hosting this tonight, along with the OBCA. And I want to give you a little background of our organization. We haven't been as active as we had in the first year. We formed about 2 years ago. And the main thing was to be responsive to the residential needs of the Orange Beach residents. And this group was also instrumental in supporting members of the present council during the city election. And you see them there in front of you. And thanks to OBCA, we made it happen. Now, here's the way we're going to run the forum tonight. We're going to begin with some background information on the Beach Nourishment Program. And it will be headed up by the mayor and his staff. I would like you to hold all your questions until the presentation is completed. And then, when you do have a question, please come up to the microphone, state your name, and ask your question. This is just pertaining to the Beach Nourishment Program. After that, we will open up the floor for any other questions that you want to ask the mayor, the council, or the department heads. So without further ado, let me again introduce, and he needs no introduction, Mayor Tony Kennon. Tony? Thank you, Ron.
Thank the council for all your support in trying to get this together. We appreciate it. And all the department heads and all you guys that worked on it. Renee, appreciate you very much. So, turn the lights off and see if it's any better. Y'all tell me if you like it better. Is it better or worse?
Better. Better.
I can't see your faces. Better. Yeah.
Better.
Okay, let's get going here. And guys, I've asked the council and members of the finance committee and others to jump in at any point through the presentation. If I leave out a point that I should make, forget a point that I should make. They're welcome to jump in at any time. So, thank you guys for being here. First, I want to make a disclaimer. Please don't shoot the messengers. We do not, the last thing we want to do is be asking for anyone for money in this type of economic climate. There's no ordinance in place. There's no plan in place. We are in an information gathering mode. We're going to throw some ideas out there that we are basing on other communities' actions, such as Navarre Beach and Destin. There's some Eastern Seaboard communities that have done the same type of thing. We do not want in any way for this to become a divisive issue in our community. We just can't have that. So please understand, we want to make this a fair and equitable situation. We are open to any solution. I've read everyone's emails and I've had many discussions throughout the community. And I've really tried to listen, and I know that the council has given me much feedback from their listening to the community. And what we're trying to present will hopefully show you that we have that. The purpose of the presentation is to provide you with accurate information, answer previously submitted questions, and to hopefully save time, because after the presentation you will have accurate information so that you can formulate your questions from the accurate information, not from misinformation or rumors or myths. And again, we're here to dispel rumors, myths, and misconceptions. There's many different perspectives. Pretty much depending on where you're in life, you may have a different perspective. We've got people on the south side of Beach Boulevard who thinks everyone should pay. We've got people on the north side of the boulevard who don't think they should pay anything. We've got folks in Bear Point that thinks the beach should pay. We've got businesses on the beach that think all businesses should pay. All businesses off the beach don't think that they should pay. I have heard from every segment, Solomon could not fix this. But we're going to do the best we can, and just please know we're trying our best to achieve 100% satisfaction. all see fairness through a different set of glasses. But what I'm hoping for is that 80% of you agree with 80% of what we do. We hope that if you see the fees are relatively nominal, it would make any inequities or unfairness that you might recognize more palatable. Because there will be some. And sometimes the lesser of evils is the best you can hope for. I think this mayor and this council and all of our department heads, we have committed to managing the city with common sense business practices. We see a problem at disappearing beach, and we're trying to find a solution. So is the beach fund a solution? Maybe. And what are the other possibilities? But to do nothing is not an option. Believe me, it's nothing but grief for myself and the council to have to come to you and ask you to pay a new fee. That's the last thing in the world we want to do. It's a tough time. But this problem of beach renourishment, guys, is going to persist through good times and bad. This is a perpetual issue that will require perpetual funding of some type. And we hope that we can show you that through our presentation in just a minute. The general fund is maxed out. A reduction in the general fund of any type means a reduction in employees. A reduction in employees means a reduction in services. The way I think we see it, the city is nothing but a pass-through. We take your tax dollars, whether it be from your condo, your business, or whatever, and we facilitate services to the public. That's all we do. And we try to do it in an efficient, economic, and a very customer-oriented way. None of us here are here to build monuments to ourselves. We're not here to gather or build power or be a power broker or anything of that nature like your typical politicians might. We're just here to be good stewards of your tax dollars and be public servants. The beach fund specifics are we want to separate it from the general fund in whatever legal way we can. It would be very ordinance specific as to what we could spend the money on, and it would be specific to beach renourishment. It would take a supermajority vote, which would be 5 out of 6, to access that money only for the reasons that the ordinance identifies. And hopefully in 5 years, or we could in 5 years, review the whole funding situation and decide if it's needed, if it needs to increase, decrease, or make modifications. And I'll tell you why 5 years is the trigger in just a minute. We're going to go into just a little bit of what a beach renourishment is. Creation of a fund specifically dedicated to the preservation and maintenance of its Gulf of Mexico beaches. The picture on the left is the pre-nourishment beach. If you can see, it's deflated, it's flat, and it offers little protection from any type of surge. That's the same place on the beach essentially, and you can see the difference. What you really can't see as well is the elevation. The elevation is 4 to 5 to 6 feet, and you guys jump in, y'all the experts, Philip and Al, higher than the beach on the left. We want to talk about the fund, objective of the fund, need for the fund, size of the fund, and operation of the fund. I think we've already hit that. Let's see. Specifically, the fund will be used to pay for sand placement, dune enhancement and maintenance, post-storm, annual permit requiring monitoring, future studies, and permitting costs. This fund will be separate from the general fund. The need for the beach renourishment program, 2 basic reasons. We need to maintain the beach, to provide storm protection to the public and to private infrastructure. Protect the city's economic engine, the beach. The city's economic resources are limited. Revenues have declined since 2006, but we are working hard to balance our budget by reducing significant expenditures. This is your beach before the renourishment program in 2005. That's just not a very attractive beach, and I don't think it bodes well for retention of previous visitors or recruitment of new visitors.